Welcome back to the Daily Crypto Roundup Deep Dive. If you're new here, make sure to follow so you don't miss the bigger stories behind the markets. Today we're talking about one man who can move billions with a single word. Someone whose tweets have sent coins flying, crashed markets overnight, and turned a meme into a global movement. You already know who it is. Elon Musk, the most unpredictable, influential, and polarizing figure in crypto history. This episode is not about hero worship or criticism. It's about influence. Pure, measurable, economic influence. We're going to unpack how Elon Musk became one of the most powerful voices in the digital asset world, how his decisions at Tesla and Twitter reshaped the crypto market, how Dogecoin went from a joke to a cultural phenomenon, and what might happen if his next big plan, crypto payments on X, actually becomes reality. Because whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying one fact. When Elon Musk speaks, crypto listens. It all started quietly. Go back 10 years ago, when crypto was still a niche topic for tech forums and small investor circles. Elon had only briefly mentioned Bitcoin back then, a throwaway comment in 2014 saying he thought digital currency was interesting but risky. That single comment was enough to spark speculation even then. People on Reddit began saying that if anyone could merge technology, economics, and social change, it was Musk. They saw him as the kind of person who could make crypto mainstream. By the time Tesla had become a trillion-dollar company, that perception had grown. Musk wasn't just a CEO anymore. He was a cultural movement. His tweets could move Tesla stock, shift meme trends, or create entire news cycles. And when someone with that much reach finally stepped into crypto, everything changed overnight. The first big event came in February 2021. Tesla announced that it had purchased $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. The market erupted instantly. Bitcoin surged nearly 20% in a single day, smashing through new highs. Analysts were calling it the moment institutions joined crypto. In one stroke, Musk had validated everything Bitcoin advocates had been saying for years, that this was real money, not internet magic. But just a few months later, it all flipped. In May 2021, Musk tweeted that Tesla would suspend Bitcoin payments due to environmental concerns. The market reacted like a bomb had gone off. Bitcoin crashed from 64,000 to under 45,000 within hours. Altcoins followed. Billions were wiped out. For the first time, people saw how fragile sentiment could be when it hinged on a single personality. Musk's statement became the #1 global headline, covered by every major outlet from Bloomberg to the BBC. Overnight, he went from the crypto community's hero to its villain. But even that backlash only reinforced how much control he had. A single tweet had done what entire regulatory bodies couldn't. It had shifted the global market. What made Musk's influence so unique wasn't just that he owned crypto. It was that he communicated in the language of the internet. He didn't issue press releases. He tweeted memes. He didn't speak like an executive. He spoke like a gamer, a troll, a visionary all at once. And the market responded to that. Traders started setting up bots to automatically scan and react to his posts. Musk alerts became a product category. Whole trading strategies were built around predicting how the internet would interpret his emojis. And at the center of that social chaos was one coin: Dogecoin. Dogecoin had existed since 2013 as a joke. A light-hearted token built around the Shiba Inu meme, created for fun by Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer. For years, it was a community project, full of tipping and memes but with no real adoption. Then, Elon Musk discovered it. At first, it was just playful. In late 2019, he tweeted, "Dogecoin might be my favorite cryptocurrency." The coin jumped nearly 40% within an hour. Every time he mentioned it after that, the same thing happened. A quick price surge, followed by traders piling in. By early 2021, Musk's tweets about Dogecoin had become cultural events. When he posted "Doge to the moon," the phrase literally became a movement. People were painting it on cars, printing it on shirts, even sending physical coins into space. Dogecoin exploded from fractions of a cent to over 70 cents in less than 6 months. That's a 70,000% gain. It created millionaires out of people who had been holding since the early days, and it cemented Musk's reputation as the man who could move markets with a meme. Then came the Saturday Night Live appearance. In May 2021, Musk hosted SNL and referenced Dogecoin throughout the night, jokingly calling it a hustle. The market panicked. Dogecoin dropped 40% during the broadcast. Billions of dollars in paper value vanished in real time. It was a moment that showed both sides of his power. The ability to create hype, but also to destroy it instantly. It's why analysts started calling him the volatility engine. But even through that, Dogecoin didn't die. It became part of the cultural DNA of crypto, the symbol of how the internet and finance had fused, and Musk didn't stop. Throughout 2022 and 2023, he kept mentioning Dogecoin in interviews, memes, and tweets. Every time he did, the price moved. When he changed his Twitter logo to the Doge icon in April 2023, Dogecoin jumped over 30% in a single day. That's how conditioned the market had become. It wasn't reacting to fundamentals, it was reacting to Elon. But behind all that chaos, there was something more strategic happening. Musk wasn't just joking around. He was building something. In 2022, he acquired Twitter, later rebranding it to X. Publicly, he said the goal was to create the Everything app, an online hub for communication, video, finance, and payments. And almost immediately, crypto watchers noticed what was going on under the surface. Developers began spotting wallet code in the app's backend. Some users found references to Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and even Ethereum in testing environments. Elon started posting about X payments, and speculation went wild. Was he building a crypto-powered version of PayPal? It made sense. After all, Musk was one of the original founders of PayPal. He'd always wanted to build a universal payment system, but back then, the tech didn't exist to make it global and decentralized. Crypto gave him that chance. Every rumor triggered market movement. One mention of Dogecoin payments for X, and the coin would rally 10, 20, even 30% overnight. When X obtained its money transmitter licenses in multiple US states, speculation hit fever pitch. Analysts started saying this could be the biggest adoption event in crypto since the launch of Bitcoin ETFs. Still, Musk has remained vague. He never confirms or denies whether Dogecoin will be used on X, but he drops hints constantly. Little breadcrumbs that keep the internet on fire. In one tweet, he said, "X will handle money like messages." That's all it took for trading volume on Dogecoin to triple. It's almost performance art at this point. Musk understands attention better than anyone else in business. He knows the market doesn't need confirmation. It just needs imagination. And every time he sparks that imagination, the money follows. But this influence cuts both ways. When someone has that much impact on a decentralized system, it raises a serious question. How decentralized is it really? Bitcoin was built to remove human influence, to separate money from emotion. And yet here we are with one man capable of shaking the entire market. Some argue that Musk's behavior is proof of crypto's immaturity, that it's still too driven by personalities, too easily manipulated by social media. Others say he's simply speeding up what was inevitable, the merger of culture and finance. Whichever side you're on, there's no denying he's made crypto entertaining again. In a world where finance is usually dry and distant, Musk turned it into a meme, a spectacle, a conversation everyone could join. That's how Dogecoin ended up on shirts, mugs, and billboards. That's how people who'd never owned a stock suddenly learned about market caps and liquidity. For better or worse, Elon Musk turned crypto into pop culture. But behind the jokes, his financial moves have had real, measurable effects. Tesla still holds hundreds of millions of dollars in Bitcoin on its balance sheet. His public comments on renewable mining spurred an industry-wide pivot toward cleaner energy. His push for electric vehicles indirectly strengthened crypto mining's case for sustainability. And his continuous teasing of Dogecoin adoption keeps the meme coin's developer community alive and active, releasing updates, adding security layers, and working toward scalability. It's not just traders, institutions pay attention now. Hedge funds run sentiment models that factor in Musk's tweets. AI systems scrape his language patterns for trading signals. What once looked like random chaos has become a quantifiable part of financial modeling. But here's the flip side. For all the attention, Musk himself remains unpredictable. He can champion a coin one day and ignore it the next. He can move from Dogecoin to Bitcoin to AI and back again. That unpredictability is part of his charm and part of the danger. Because when markets get used to moving on impulse, they lose focus on fundamentals. That's why, as retail investors, you have to play this carefully. You can't trade emotions, you can't trade hype, and you definitely can't trade tweets. Which brings us to the most important rule of all. Control what you can. Protect your holdings. Whether you're holding Bitcoin, Ethereum, or yes, even Dogecoin, keep it safe. Get it off exchanges. Keep it in your own hands. I use a Ledger wallet for that reason. It's offline, secure, and immune to market chaos, including the kind caused by Elon's next post. You'll find the link in the description if you want to do the same. Looking ahead, the big question is what happens next. Will X actually launch crypto payments? Some insiders say it's inevitable, that the architecture is already being built. Others say the regulatory risks are still too high, but the momentum is there. The app has payment licenses across multiple states, the tech team includes blockchain developers, and Elon keeps dropping those breadcrumbs. If it does happen, if one of the most used apps in the world adds native crypto payments, the impact would be massive. We'd be talking hundreds of millions of users onboarded overnight. Dogecoin could become the first true meme-based payment token. Bitcoin could be used for tipping and cross-border transfers. Ethereum-based stablecoins could move billions instantly. It would rewrite the script for adoption entirely. And that's what makes Musk so fascinating to watch. He's not predictable, but he's inevitable. Every time people count him out, he reappears with a bigger idea. He's turned rockets, cars, and energy into global revolutions. If he decides crypto is next, the space will never be the same again. But maybe that's the point. Maybe crypto needs figures like Elon Musk to test its resilience, to force it to grow up, to show that decentralization doesn't mean isolation. The market can't rely on him forever. It has to evolve beyond him. And maybe that's what we're witnessing now. The transition from hype-driven reactions to true integration. Because even as Elon Musk continues to influence the headlines, adoption keeps moving forward without him. Tesla's Bitcoin holdings remain. Dogecoin's community keeps building. Payments are spreading through Walmart, PayPal, and Dubai taxis. The movement has outgrown its mascot. Still, no one can deny the imprint he's left. Dogecoin wouldn't be what it is without him. The 2021 bull run might not have reached those heights without his spark. And the global conversation about crypto's role in energy, regulation, and finance probably wouldn't be as loud. Whether you call him a disruptor or a distraction, Elon Musk has permanently shaped crypto history. So what happens next? Maybe we'll wake up one morning to see Dogecoin officially accepted on X. Maybe Bitcoin payments roll out through Tesla's superchargers. Or maybe nothing happens, and we're just reminded that influence doesn't always equal intention. Either way, it'll make headlines, move markets, and start 1,000 conversations. Love him or hate him, the truth is simple. Elon Musk is the most influential figure in crypto's short history, and as long as he keeps talking, crypto will keep reacting. That's your deep dive for today. Elon Musk, the man who moves markets. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you follow and share it with someone who still thinks Dogecoin was just a joke. Because as we've seen, a single meme can change the world. Thanks for listening, and as always, we'll see you at the top.